Hello, everyone. So today I picked up a DSI Pro-2, and I figured why not do one of these first impression videos of it. So I actually paid for this one with my own money. I got it for $1,000, which I think is pretty fair. Got it from a friend. I did turn it on before just to kind of test it, make sure it worked, but I didn't really do anything. Now, I do have the Prophet 12, and and I'm using a webcam, so I'm hoping actually this turns out because I have no idea. I'm just kind of sick of my other cameras falling as I'm recording it. So anyway, yeah, so this thing is in front of me, and I think it looks just as nice as the Prophet 12, as it should. One thing I've already noticed is that the keys, I think they sort of suck. They just have here, I'm going to turn the volume off. They just have like a really plasticky feel. It's just not smooth. I don't like it, and that's a complaint I have of the Prophet 12 as well. But it looks nice, and so yeah, let's just dig in. And so the first thing I will say is that yeah, I'm probably going to use some reverb. So if you don't want to hear it with my reverb on, because that's what I'm hearing, well, you probably don't want to watch my video then, which is fine. I'm sure there are tons of videos out there where people don't use any reverb. And actually, you know what? I'm going to start without reverb. I'm going to turn it off, and then I'm going to see what I think of it without it. So here's the first thing. I just turned it on, and it says square bass. I guess I should specify that this is a monophonic synth as opposed to a polyphonic synth. Now, I'm sure you can watch lots of videos talking about how this is actually like paraphonic and the articulations that it has. I think the amp, I think each oscillator, so it's got 4 oscillators. I think each oscillator has its own envelope, but they all share just a single filter. So, my favorite thing to do, let's first of all, does this thing have any effects? See, I like I said, oh yeah, it's got delays, and that's right, it's got like some what is it, the bucket brigade delay. So it's got some cool other features, and you can kind of make a reverb out of the delays, but it usually doesn't sound that good. But having a delay can sometimes actually sound better than a reverb, because it almost for me makes it maybe a little less washed out. The sounds are a little clearer, although pretty much everything I do has reverb on it. So let's just go into patch creation, and I actually am not sure I know how to do this, so I'm pretty sure you push some of these buttons over here. Oh, they're off. They're off camera. You can't even see it. I think because I cut that part off. So that the only things you're missing is the distortion. So I'm gonna hit latch and up. Wait, no, let's go to my programs here. Latch didn't do it. Nope, that didn't do it. Hold up. Yeah, apparently I don't know what I'm doing. But I know something over here is gonna. Oh, okay. Latch. So it's the left latch and the hold button gets you to a basic program. So now it's just gonna sound like a saw wave. One thing I don't like, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to do it, is that the I can't think of the word, but basically you have a low note priority, and I kind of like high note priority. So let's just see if that's a global setting. I kind of doubt it. Local controls on. Yeah. Oh, CV outs. Yeah, this thing's got CV in and out, and that's like, or maybe just, yeah, in and out. And it seems like, honestly, like a really cool synthesizer. So re-trigger keyboard. Okay, key assigned. That's, so I'm going to do last note. Oh no, it's got paraphonic. So if I'm in a monophonic mode, yeah, perfect. So I like that. But actually, I'm most interested in paraphonic mode. And so I did actually get into this before. So this isn't totally a first impression. It's like a first impression 1.5. And when I did this, I found it was really confusing because when I press multiple notes, like listen, I was like, well, that's weird. I'm only hearing 2 notes, and that's because if you go into oscillator levels, I look at 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 of them are off. Although I'm kind of confused how they all say 0 level, but I'm hearing 2 notes. That doesn't make any sense to me. So let's turn off oscillator 1. Yeah, that's weird. I wonder why that's doing that. Because let's hold one. So if you just hold one of these, it'll select them all. So I guess. Yeah, that's bizarre. I have no idea why that would be. So let's maybe okay, so I can turn them all off because the shape is off. So let's set them all to sawtooth. All right, now we've got 4 voice, but like the levels, why wouldn't the level output that doesn't make sense when the output level is 0. Why am I hearing it? That really doesn't make any sense to me. Wild. Okay, well, I'll just accept that for what it is. So let's just go about making a pad. So the simplest thing you can do. So now this thing has interesting filters. So it's got like the Prophet 6 filter and the OB6 filter, although I think they're slightly different. So you've got, I'm guessing it's kind of routing it with filter 1 and filter 1 envelope, filter 2 envelope. I mean, that seems pretty standard. You got some auxiliary envelopes. That's cool. And the amp envelope, and then you have feedback on the Prophet 12. I just do not use the feedback because I don't like it. I've never gotten it to sound good, and I don't know if I've ever heard anyone else make it sound good, but if you could direct me to a video where it sounds good, I'd love to hear that. And I know synth people like to show their beer that they're drinking, but I'm drinking a LaCroix, and this is limoncello. I actually really like it, and I looked it up on Reddit the other day, and people were like, oh, it tastes like soap, but it kind of tastes like what is it? Not root beer, but like cream soda or whatever. It's good. Anyway, so the first thing when making a pad, I like to just have the envelope amount up for the filter. So right now it looks like only the low pass filter is enabled, and we're gonna put the cutoff all the way down. So you can't really hear anything. The attack and the decay were at 0. So of course you're hearing just of the filter. So let's throw that up all the way for the envelope amount and the attack and the decay. So you can kind of see right there what we've got, what we're working with. Okay, the release is low. So now the amplifier is also, I guess I don't know what it was set to. So let's just have the release long on that. So let's see what we've got. All right, I think that sounds great. So now let's turn on our first delay. So this should start sounding pretty good. Oh, I'm gonna throw some feedback on there so it kind of keeps delaying. Let's sync it. One thing I want to do is get my the master. Okay, so when I had played this before, it was set to slave, so it wasn't there was no tempo, so it wasn't like using my arpeggiator. And yeah, so you were able to route the filter. So serial. So serial would mean that the oscillators are going into filter 1, then filter 2, I assume, and then the filter envelopes are affecting them. So it's just kind of how they're routed. So I'm gonna still just leave the low pass on. So we're gonna stick there. Now, one thing I know about the Prophet 12, so I have some familiarity about this, is you could have delays going out left or right. So if we assign a source, and I'm just going to hit velocity and then aftertouch, and usually that takes you, and here it's, I guess, a little different. So I get to like the DC, it's like I forget what the D stands for, some control. But anyway, you can control the... Where is it? Oh, it's like the panning, but I don't see it here. It doesn't appear to be like something you can select. It's easy on the Prophet 12, so that's kind of... All right, so then I have to just go and look for... Oh, I was going to... You know what I was going to do was the destination related to the delay. So if we change the delay panning, so now all it's going to come out of... we're going to have that come out of the left. So you can kind of just hear that in the left. Now we're going to do something really similar with the 2, but we'll have a different delay time. And we're going to sync that half versus quarter, and we'll just kind of turn the feedback up. But now we'll do the same thing. We'll get the velocity. I'm going to get to DC. The destination, I'm going to hit the feedback, but swap it to panning, and we're going to make that go all the way to the right. So let's hear how that sounds. All right, so to me, they kind of sound like they're at the same... Oh, there we go. I gotta move this microphone. Okay. All right, let's add something more to the oscillator. So we'll use LFO1 to modulate. Oh, there's no slop. Yeah, what a bummer. Maybe there is slop that you just have to kind of... So let's see what we can control here. Yeah, it's funny trying to use this. Oh yeah, so it does have slop. It's just like not a thing on here. So I really like to have slop, which is kind of just like... I think the pitch of the sound when you strike it is just a little off. So I like to have that on. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. So we're trying to have LFO1 affect slop, right? So yeah. So now I'm going to turn the amount up. This makes me want to just use the sequencer, which I have no idea how to use. So hopefully, like, it kind of goes well to use it. But yeah, I mean, so if we change the shape of all these to supersaws, and then get their shape to be... Let's have the shape modulated by oscillator 2, or LFO 2. So if you hold the LFO and then twist the knob, it'll connect them. And I do not want all of them active, so let's turn the amount up. And let's get the release on the amp a little higher. right, so before I use the sequencer, let's just enable the second filter, because I've used the OB6 and I kind of didn't like it. That's probably just because I didn't use it for long, and so we'll just see what that sounds like. So I'm gonna do kind of the same sort of sound. And let's see if we can control, oh yeah, we can control the filter routing with an LFO. Let's see how that sounds. That needs a slower frequency, but like that sounds pretty cool. I've never heard something like that in a synthesizer, like having the two envelopes or the two filters kind of okay. Let's slow that down and turn the amount down. All right, All right, so let's see if we can figure out this, the sequencer. So I don't know if I need to hit sequencer. Okay. So apparently there's a sequence in there already. Well, that's not cool. So let's turn off all of them. Okay. Okay, so let's see if I can put in a note. Okay. Why is that not at the same note? Oh, it's like relative to the sound that the note that I select. I wish I remembered which note I hit, but it sounds pretty nice. Let's throw some distortion up. let's turn on this bucket brigade. I don't hear it yet. There it is. All right, I'm gonna have to hit a note here and figure out where I was at. So let's just try a C. All right, so we can select different tracks and change the destination. All right, so let's see. I think maybe if we can hold it, does it? It does, okay. So let's try and record. Oh, I think. Man, that is neat. I'm honestly sitting here thinking, I wish the Prophet 12 was a polyphonic version of this. This would have been amazing. Throw some feedback up, I guess. Even this sounds better than the Prophet 12, the feedback. We'll change the shape of the... Let's turn the distortion back up. Okay, apparently all the oscillators are off and it's still making some sounds. And that, oh, maybe that's because of the feedback. Or it's from the filters. I don't know, but that sounds so good. This thing is such a cool, I'm like, I feel like I'm getting a little, clipping, but I can't tell if that's just sort of saturation. All right, what is oscillator split? I see. Whoa, okay, chill out, device. So that's pretty cool. The oscillator split sends oscillators 1 and 2, I think. Yeah, 1 and 2 through filter 1 and 3 and 4 through filter 2. Okay, super cool. All right, we forgot that we've got a character section still. So I always felt like the character section was kind of lame, but let's add. Why am I getting? Let's see if we can chill out the. Yeah, I'm not sure. I kind of want to chill out the. Let's turn the outputs off. No, that's not doing it. Let's see if we can figure out why it's like clipping. Maybe my delays are on too loud. And maybe the feedback. that chilled it out a bit. That's nice. Okay, let's turn. Okay, maybe. All right, let's get like a calm waveform. No, let's turn them all off again. It's kind of like how this sounds. What was I gonna do? I was going to add something. Oh, the character section. So let's use track 3. We're gonna do. We're gonna do decimate. Uh-oh, how do I? Okay, so let's see. I think I could record. Whoops. You have to be sure to release the record. Okay, this thing is so cool. I think you're actually able to, I don't know if you can, what's the word? I want to like get each track. Okay. I was trying to see if I could change each track's, like whether it's going forward, backwards. I think I was in the arpeggiator. Oh boy, I made everything stop. Sequencer, arpeggiate, or sequencer, play source, play mode. Normal, trigger, no, sequencer. So I think you can change the direction. Oh, we can make it paraphonic. Cool. Well, I wonder what that sounds like. And let's see. Oh, maybe I need to get out of there. I killed it. Okay. So the sequencer direction should be random. Okay, let's, I guess, how do I get out of you? Okay, let's, well, apparently, I don't know what I'm doing. That was obvious. So let's turn paraphonic off. What did I do? Oh, okay. Okay, so I guess let's try it again. All right, I'll be honest. In this instance, I kind of liked forward. So let's turn Paraphonic still on, and let's play that again. I mean, that sounds cool. Let's change the... Oh, it is going forward. Let's turn Paraphonic off because I kind of remembered it sounding a little cooler. No, now I don't know. It kind of sounds pretty sweet the other way. Wait a minute. I pushed the wrong buttons. I didn't want random. I still want it forward. I would just want Paraphonic. Yeah, that's wild. Okay. whoa. All right, so I'm noticing something here. So apparently, I was getting really confused. So when you're in paraphonic mode, sequencer lines 1, 2, 3, 4 are for the sequencer notes, and that's it. So everything I had put in originally when it was a single, when it was like not paraphonic, that was going. So my lanes 2, 3, and 4 weren't for notes; they were for other things. So now these have like notes in them where I wouldn't have wanted them, but I mean it still sounds kind of neat, although it's really chaotic. So I'm gonna turn all of those off and just have the first oscillator going. And then we'll start building something up from that. Okay, so good. We don't... Well, I feel like we should hear that note. Oh, that's sad. Oh, yeah. Did I... Oh, I turned the volume down. All right. So I have absolutely no idea how long I've been just jamming out on that. So I like love that sequencer. It's so cool. It's very different. So it's very different from the matriarch. I think the sound of the matriarch is a lot like smoother, and this kind of has like a harsh sound to it, but like in a good way. Like they're both good in very different ways, which is, annoying to hear and almost annoying to say, because like one might think, oh, they're both 4 oscillator paraphonic. I kind of like the paraphonic nature of the Pro-2 a little bit more. I always found like, so let's just initialize this, or maybe I should save it. Yeah, let's just save what I've done. Right. Yeah, we'll just save it here because I don't care about any of these sounds. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go here to this one. What was it? Latch hold here. So let's see how this works, because there's something about the so I'm going to something about the matriarch that I've never really liked. So how do I get to paraphonic mode again? Yeah, see, I've already forgotten. I think it's miscellaneous. Yeah, it's miscellaneous. So paraphonic. Okay. And I wonder if I turn off all of the oscillators. All right, so that was it. That was my problem at the beginning. There's something called quad level. I don't know. It's in the sub oscillator. Yeah, that was like, okay, so let's get all of them to be sawtooth. So I don't really understand. It must just control them in a separate way, but yeah, they were up higher. So one thing about the matriarch, if I were to hit like 3 notes here, so let's go up, and so we'll just, when I'd hit a new note, it would cut all the other ones off if I'd released them. And maybe that's because this has 4, I think maybe it's because this one has 4 envelopes, like 1 for each oscillator, and that doesn't. So this like makes it easier for me to make like kind of play in almost a polyphonic way, whereas like you can't with that. But like I also really love the simplicity of the sequencer of the matriarch. It's very different. It's sort of like, you don't have the control you've got here, and I really think it's pretty. Actually, what is this button? There's like some Q. I'm gonna have to do a lot of stuff here, figure this out. But yeah, you kind of like it's a little more like organic in how the sequencer works and how everything goes together with the matriarch, and it just sounds a lot smoother. This you get really, it's kind of that Dave Smith sort of sound with the filters and the oscillators. But I think this I really, really wish the Prophet 12 had been this, but polyphonic. I think that would have been so incredible. There's something that just like irritates my ears about the Prophet 12, and this doesn't seem to have that. It could just be the differences in the filters, or maybe they improved things on the oscillators. I don't know, but this just like sounds better, and it's really cool. So I hope you enjoyed my little first in improvisation, first impression of this thing. Um, it's it's honestly awesome. You know, that's the problem with first impressions. What to me, what probably matters is how do I feel about this in 2 years when there's something else that's new and shiny. So don't take my first impression as like, hey, you got to go get this. But maybe you liked what I did or something, and that seemed cool, or you didn't like it. So yeah, let me know what you think. I had a lot of fun with this, and I hope you enjoyed watching. And if you want to see something else on it, let me know. Maybe I can try and make a video, but I don't really know anything about it either. And I'm not going to throw reverb on this one because I actually really liked how it sounded without it. It's one of those things when I'm using sequencers, it's easier to like make patterns that sound interesting. Whereas if I'm just playing, I'm not very good at what I'm doing. So I like to hide my inabilities behind reverb. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.